Hey y'all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Check it out. We're hitting the road. You can see there on the maps. That's the Erie Canal. But we got rain today. We got a rainy day travel. So we're gonna head to Herkimer, New York. Actually north of there up to a big diamond mine. Quartz really, not diamonds. But we'll see how we can do getting over there, if we get rained out or not. Nice little stay at this Red's Twilight RV Resort on the Erie Canal. What a name, huh? It was a cool little park. I'd do it again. Alright, right up the road there's another lock. I thought we'd stop lock 29. Check that, hopefully. And we got some miles to do. The humidity's so thick you could cut it with a knife. What's the old saying? Rained a little bit through the night, but we're driving into a bunch of storms according to the weather. Wow, isn't this cool? Big old metal bridge. This thing's been here a long time, huh? I talked to some people at the RV park last night for quite a while. They've actually rented the boats that you take up and down the Erie Canal. You can go the whole way. They said it's a little pricey, but they said it was a venture of a lifetime. They took bicycles with them. Would stop along the canal, go through the lock system. There's quite a few towns that have places you can tie up with power even. But they said not this time of year. It's so blooming hot and humid on one of them boats. Alright, there's lock 29. We were at 30 yesterday. Got to see boats going through it. Got quite a few miles. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time here. It's kind of our last look at the Erie Canal. I think it runs through Herkimer, but where I'm staying this afternoon there's a KOA. And it's north of Herkimer, a few miles. But following the Erie Canal's been kind of cool, hasn't it? Heck yeah. They sure are well maintained, all painted. And that lady yesterday at that lock 30 said they'd work all winter. But it's been really interesting to follow the canal. Never knew how popular it was and all the recreation you can do along here. Pretty cool, really. I would definitely consider renting one of those boats for a few days. I don't think I'd do the whole canal, but it'd be fun to do like a 4 or 5 day trip, especially up there in Lockport. If you went through the Flight of 5, all those, make sure you check out that old video from a week or so ago about Lockport. That was really interesting on the history of this thing. Canal is 200 years old here in 2025. Holds back a lot of water, doesn't it? Alright, well, let's go past that little waterfall on the way out of here. We gotta start looking east. Can really hear the water going through this building. Must be an old power plant. Probably good fishing here. Seen a couple guys fishing when I pulled in. This is the bypass around the locks. Very well engineered. Even the buildings look like they're new, fresh paint. Showed on the maps this is a county park, so the county must maintain it. Back across the old bridge. That steel plate must be for bicycles. I'm just hand holding the camera inside the van here. I can't mount it outside like I normally do. This next little town up here is supposed to have 4 huge churches right on the same corner. Thought we'd stop if it ain't raining too hard. What do you know? It quit a little bit. This town is called Palmyra. Something like that. New York, Palmyra. And it shows there's 4 historic churches right on the same corner. Kind of their claim to fame. And people at the RV park was talking about this last night. They had a whole list of stuff to see along the Erie Canal. You could probably spend a whole summer just exploring just the canal itself. Oh, I see a steeple. I see 2 steeples. This 3. Wow. 4. Oh, we gotta stop. Just barely missed it. Let me pull off here. Isn't this something to have 4 major churches all next to each other right in the downtown here? Yeah, these buildings, they got some age on them. Big round windows. Isn't that something? Well, that one across has 2 steeples on it. That's a smaller one there. Flower pots everywhere. What a neat little town. I see a sign. I'll walk across. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Canal Town. All this is part of the Erie Canal history. Huge stained glass window. I bet that's pretty on the inside when the sun hits it. Canal Town Community Church. Busy highway, isn't it? Alright, well, definitely worth a little stop here. Head back towards the van. Looks like more old built up here in the downtown area. I'll sneak up this a little ways. There's their town hall. Aren't those flowers gorgeous? All the towns we visit, they have them. Like their local police departments here. Well, we're going to drive through there. We'll check that on the way out of town. Alright, here we go. We got a lot of miles to cover to get over to Herkimer. If it's not raining, I'll film some of it. If it's raining, I'll just keep driving. I want to get some distance today. Alright, almost there, up to the KOA. We're going to spend the night. It rained the entire way. Yay! And blue sky. The van is clean. That was like a 100-mile car wash. but that's okay. All right, there's the mine on the left. I think it's just a big open pit. I better pay attention here. The RV park, here it is. Here's the entrance. It was 50-50 on coming up here to check this place out. It's very expensive here. Normally I avoid these, but since they had the quartz mine, diamond mine, whatever they call it, I thought it might be fun to try. So basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get checked in, get set up for tonight, and tomorrow we're gonna do some exploring. Hopefully the weather cooperates. Get the e-bike out. There's a little town called Middleville, about a mile up the road. We'll check that too. I'll be back. Good morning. A little overcast, about 99% humidity. I am parked way above the mine. They had me come way up here on top of this hill. Got the e-bike out. We'll take a little tour around the park. I'm actually going to ride the bike up into town. Alright, back up in here, they got cabins. So you don't need an RV to come here. Those little hut cabin things. And for this kind of a resort, they got tough sheds and porta potties. I don't know, I'm not super impressed with this place, but once again, I'm here to explore that mine. It's a long ways down the mountain here to get to the main park. Thank goodness I got my bike. Yay. There's the van. You can see they got huge sites up on the mountain here. They're big. Got my Starlink all hooked up. There's another bathroom made out of a tough shed. No showers up here. You got to go all the way down to the park. Alright, down we go. Very steep in here. My van was spinning tires coming up here. This gravel. Okay, up here's the mine. There's also a stairway over here. I guess I could have taken that if I walked. I'm gonna walk back down. The mine's not open yet. We got a couple hours to kill. I thought we'd go down, we'll check the river. I'll run up to that little town. There's our stairway. Goes up to where I'm camping. Not sure what that barn is. It's maybe a restaurant or something. heading down. The camera's really not showing how steep this really is. It's pretty steep. This in here is about where I spun out with the van in the gravel. Okay, up here's the mine. Not open yet. So I'll come here a little later. We'll check that out. They call them diamonds, Herkimer diamonds. They're crystals. You see some of this stuff in quartzite from these states, New York, Arkansas. You'll see a lot of vendors that sell this stuff right in quartzite. But this is where it comes from. Look at that, more cabins right there. You can camp right next to the mine. Alright, we got to get on the highway. Across the road is the rest of the main park. Big river that runs down through here. Sure am glad I brought my electric bike this year. I'm riding an electric X Peak. Good company, good bike. Alright, here's the main entrance we pulled in yesterday afternoon. I was tired last night. Oh my goodness. When I got parked, I set my chair, checked a few emails, and called it a night. Yeah, if I would have known they were going to put me way up on that mountain like that, I wouldn't have stayed here. I would have asked for something else. Because down here is where everything is. Maybe it was just sold out down here, I don't know. Alright, well I'm just going to do a quick drive through. We'll head over the river, I'll show you that, and then we're going to go up to that Middleville. Supposed to have a bridge up there and a couple old buildings. Thought that'd be kind of fun to explore before the mine opens up. Okay, right down here is the main clubhouse. All the showers and everything down here. Yeah, I would have rather been down here. More cabins? Look at that. This is a huge place. Huge. Splash Alley, Rock Island, Crayfish Island. Maybe you can kayak or canoe down through there. Probably look for cool rocks. Well, let's head down to the other end. Then I'm gonna head to town. Camping spots. Alright. Look at this. These guys are right on the river. See, I would have rather been down here anytime. Alright, here's the other end of Splash Alley. I'll park, we'll walk over. We're at Crayfish Island. Herkimer. This is called the West Canada Creek, according to the phone here. Looks like it feeds off the St. Lawrence River, which is quite a ways up to the Canadian border from here. When you think of New York, you don't think of mountains and trees and everything, do you? Pretty cool to be up here. Lots of greenery. Well, got a little blue sky yet going. Weather called for a good chance of thunder bumpers later. Hopefully it'll miss us. Alright, what do you say? You want to run up to Middleville? Heck yeah. See lots of tent campers. That'd be kind of miserable in this kind of heat and humidity though. They're doing it. Yeah, they got a nice little sign and garden there with flags at their entrance. It's early morning. Alright, well, let's do it. Let's head in town. Village of Middleville. Now on the maps, it shows another campground here that's closed. And if you go to their website, they're in a lawsuit with the big KOA. So something's going on there. That's some local stuff, isn't it? Here it is here on the left. Ace Diamonds. There's their sign. And It says temporarily closed on the maps. Then on their website, it's something about a lawsuit. That KOA needs a little competition. It's too bad they're not open. There's the creek. That's a big creek. More like a river. West Canada Creek. All right. Here's town. How'd you like to live here, huh? Smith Brothers Honda. It's the big empty lot. Old homes, aren't they? All look the same. Kind of box style. You get snow here. Oh my goodness. Being this close to the Great Lakes. You probably get it in the feet. It's like a little farmer's market there. A little store, so you can get your ice, that kind of stuff, drinks. I bet it floods through here once in a while. You can see the water line on that block. Well, they have a basement there. See the windows in the block? Wow. It's part of life here. Good place to get a rubber raft or a canoe or something. They gotta have rafting here. Cool. Well, let's keep trucking, see what else we find. Oh, a gazebo. Must be the little town park. What else you got? Oh, a little memorial here. Village of Middleville, Centennial Park. Little plaque celebrating the town here, the history. Few old buildings. I'll go up this way for a little ways. Oh, I see a church steeple. Wow, that's an unusual looking one. Yeah, we have to snag a picture of that one. Living quarters built right onto the church. How cool. That is old, isn't it? Alright, well, I'll cruise the other end of town and we'll head back to, that mine will be open time we get back. Walk around that thing. Wonder what people do for work up here. Maybe logging all the trees. I don't know. Another old church. Wow, these places have a lot of churches, don't they? That's a good thing. Crossing the creek again. Let me get turned around. Looks like these are all just houses up through here. There's your dollar store, yay. There's more dollar stores than Walmarts. Every town has one. Quartzsite now has three dollar stores. Amazing. Little memorial for veterans. Got the flag flying. Right across the street there's a business. There's your fire department. E.J. Willis Company, Incorporated. That was a big sign for that Ace of Diamonds campsite. Back across the West Canada Creek. That is a big creek. Pretty here though, pretty place. I bet everyone knows everyone else. Small town USA right here in New York State. What is this? It's a produce stand on an honor system. Farm fresh produce. And it's open. Very cool. For more information on my channel, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you sign up for free newsletter, putting one out once a month now. We got all kinds of cool articles, blogs, pictures, downloadable puzzles, word search games, all that. That's all free. Also got a merch shop, Armchair Traveler Series, plus the 2025, heck yeah, merch is out now too. Hats, coffee mugs, t-shirts, that kind of thing, which helps support the channel and future videos just like this one, exploring these beautiful mountains in upstate New York around Herkimer and Diamond Mine, Quartz Mine, whatever you want to call it. Once again, it's RVerTV.tv, and I appreciate it very much. Okay, back up this mountain to the van. Thank goodness I got the e-bike. I'm gonna actually park the bike up there, walk back down. So let me do that and we'll go explore this mine a little bit. I didn't take those stairs because you had to walk through real wet grass up there, so I just came down on the road. Miners Village, okay, this is their Herkimer Diamond Mine is what they call it. Real nice young man. There's a couple rooms we can go through. They got a little history of the mines here. It's just a big open pit area. You can rent tools to dig if you want. It's way too hot and humid for me. I'm just gonna walk it and maybe we'll buy a bag of their mixed dirt. But they got movies on the mine here, a lot of the history. People here from all over the world. Pretty cool collection of rocks, crystals. There's some from India. Big gift shop here. I did ask him about the camps next door. He didn't say a lot, but it's all the same thing. This whole mountain is loaded with crystals, but he didn't know anything else. He just knew it was closed down for a while. Quartz crystals, like I said earlier, you can really find a ton of these in quartzite. This is good fun. I mean, I'm not trying to knock the park. I just think for the price, it's overpriced for the camping. But that's my opinion. There's some of the crystals you can get out of the dirt right here. All right, well, my pass includes I can walk around outside, walk through it. I do not want to rent hammers and buckets and all that. It's over 90 degrees right now with about 80% humidity. This reminds me so much of quartzite, though, which isn't too far away. Hard to believe. 2025, 26 season will start in quartzite. Quartz from around the world. Look at that. Very well displayed. All right. It's air conditioned in here. I'm kind of waiting. Even the bike ride was a little toasty. That was a neat town, though. A lot of old buildings, old history there. Look at that. Dinosaurs roamed here. Just like we seen back in Colorado and Utah. And here's a look at their gift shop. A little bit of everything. All right, let's head on out. Herkimer Diamond Mines. It's nice here. They got tables, umbrellas, flower boxes all over. You better have a lot of water with you on a day like today, though. That's some hard work busting rock, looking for the crystals. They sell bags. I'm gonna cheat. We'll find some. Looks like people are saving their mining spots down there. They got a little canopy set up. Folks are mining along that wall. Set them up a little shade. Just beating on that rock. That is hard work. Just big pits. That's all they have all over. Bet everyone has their favorite little spot. We know there's big ones over here. More of them mining down there. That's a whole crew. Dried up creek bed here. Probably flows in the spring. I don't think it would wash out too much, all this rock. You just gotta start breaking it up and look for them. Must be a huge, huge area for them though. Wow, someone was mining there. They must leave their stuff to mark their spot. Reminds me of metal detecting in the quartzite desert. People will mark their spots if they're dry washing and dry mining the desert. Well, if you wonder what it's like, right here at the Herkimer mine, this is it. I think they have like a Facebook page or something where they'll show people getting the crystals, celebrating it and stuff, which is cool. Definitely good for family to come here to do the mine. Well, no one dropped one. Darn. Quite a few trees. They got big areas here. I bet they just clear off and can keep mining forever here. Those crystals are millions of years old. Yeah, if you had a group of people, give everyone a hammer and sit in a chair and supervise, that would be perfect. Joking, joking. A little bit of water in there. That's just probably from rain now. Steep as these little mountains are, it probably flows pretty good. Bet fall colors here are beautiful. All right, well, let me go get a bag of their dirt. We'll wash it out, see what we come up with. There you go, a little breakdown on the price. The clearer the better without the fractures in them. They can cut them and set them in jewelry. But it looks almost like a real diamond, doesn't it? I'm gonna strike it rich right now. Guaranteed. Let's see what they put in the bag for me. Alright, well, that's the end of the bag. Show you the riches here I have. There you go. Well, fun place. Definitely highly recommend the mine. For sure. You could really spend a day, just way too hot and humid for me, but bring the kids out, your buddies, your friends. Just have fun, smash some rocks, and hopefully you find a big crystal. Not bad. All right, back up here at the van on top of this mountain. This massive KOA. This place is huge. I just can't get over the size of it. Overall, not bad. I think it's overpriced. That's the only thing. But it's kind of a gotcha place with the mine. The mine is cool. If I ever came back, I'd probably camp closer to Herkimer. There's other RV parks around here. Campgrounds. All right, let me show you. I bought a little case for my riches here. I will display those in quartzite. You'll be able to see them this winter. How about that? And actually, I even bought another bag. We'll have those on display as well on quartzite this winter. So make sure you come down and check those out. Right there at Tyson Wells. Tomorrow we are dropping south. This is far east as we're going in New York State, heading south. Gonna head down to Pennsylvania, all the way down into Virginia and West Virginia. What do you think? Heck yeah. Thanks for watching RVerTV. Journey continues. Heck, it never ends. Talk soon.